Welcome back to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. It's time to hang out with Rob, Mike, and Dunya. Whatever you don't want to say, they will with no chaser. Take a shot and let's have a drink. Is hashtag squad goals still a thing? Because they are. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. What's up, people?
Welcome back to Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Thanks for joining us on this fine day, whenever you're listening. We appreciate it. At some point during the week, before the next episode's out. We're back with episode 222. My double and triple digit numbers. And we are just going to be chit-chatting. Sometimes we just like to just talk. And maybe you guys can chit-chat with. It's kind of sort of. I don't know. Anyways, before we get into it, Tequila, how was your week?
My week was balancing.
Balancing.
Yeah.
Like you did gymnastics?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. Did some gymnastics. It's a balancing week. How was your week, Cognac?
My week was, we'll get into it on dealing with people that don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Okay.
Type of week. And trying to,
That's like my week every week.
you know,
Yeah.
how was your week?
I mean, I dealt with a lot of people. I did some gymnastics. I don't know. It was a good week. I mean, it's all right week. Highlight of my week, our niece, the whole squad here, had her award ceremony. She is headed to the 2nd grade, and I got to actually go this year. I didn't get to go last year. And she was just so excited. She goes, "You were my surprise." It was really cute. And the songs that they sang were so cute also. Yeah, I'm just really proud of her and just watching her grow. And she reads everything now, or attempts to read everything. So, gotta get rid of all my curse word shirts. She's around. Maybe this summer while she's gone, I'll just have to redo my fuck around and find out wardrobe or something. But that was a highlight, at least, of 70. Yeah. Enjoyed it. Anyhow, before we get into our chit chats, we have some segments you guys need to listen to. Okay.
What the fuck with the girl?
Alright, so my what the fuck this week, I'm not going to explain it completely, but my what the fuck goes to hypocrites. People that say things about other people and don't adhere to them themselves. So, I'm going to just play old doohickey here. And this is of our fearless leader in 2016, I believe it was, and our fearless leader today in 2025. Okay, thanks. I feel like he can explain hypocrites better than I can.
You're giving $25 million, Qatar, all of these countries. These are people that kill women and treat women horribly, and yet you take their money.
Not a gift to me, it's a gift to the Department of Defense. And you should know better.
Why don't you give back the money that you've taken from certain countries that treat certain groups of people so horribly?
You should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us. I want to pay you $1 billion or $400 million or whatever it is. or I can say thank you very much.
Why don't you give back the money? I think it would be a great gesture.
I thought it was a beautiful gesture. Now, there are those that say we shouldn't be accepting gifts in the Defense Department, and I would say only a stupid person would say that.
It should have never happened. And I think you owe an explanation to the American people.
We're giving to everybody else. Why wouldn't I accept a gift?
If I ever said that, that's quid pro quo. Saudi Arabia.
So, what the fuck with that?
What the fuck with the girl? Joking with Cognac.
Okay.
So there was this exchange student from Jamaica came in, and he was in an English class, and the teacher was teaching, English, and so she says, "Dandelion. Can anybody here use dandelion in the sentence?" And the Jamaican kid raised his hand, and she goes, "Yes." And he goes, the cheetah is faster than the lion." The cheetah is faster than the lion. Yep.
Cool Runnings, Part 3 in the Mountains of Caucasian. He's auditioning for. Okay, what?
I don't get it.
The cheetah
It's
is faster than the lion.
the lion.
He's a
Dandelion.
dandelion.
Oh, dandelion. I think dandelion. See, that's faster than the lion. Yeah. Said it wrong.
Yeah, well, it's just different inflections.
You forgot to put the mon.
Dandelion one.
And the lion won.
Right,
And the cheetah won.
The bumper clock cheetah. The bumper clock cheetah.
It's faster than the lion one.
Mon. You're supposed to. The bumper clock. Yeah, they do that. Because everybody dumb.
Because they didn't get it.
Yeah.
They don't got 9 jobs.
Yeah.
19 jobs.
That's funny. Pretty good, pretty good. I'll let that one fly this time. Anyhow, let's chit chat, guys. Let's chit chat about what's going on. It's hot as fuck here in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, hoodie season is over with.
Hoodie season.
Yeah.
When do you stop wearing hoodies? What season do you stop wearing hoodies?
See, I had to pull it off.
Oh no, poor guy.
That's everywhere though. I mean, it's like a heat wave right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it is technically
It was snowing in Colorado last week, so I don't
higher
know.
than
It
normal.
might be hot now, I have to ask.
Yeah, it came in this week.
Oh. I know they just had a bunch of tornadoes, like in Chicago and what else? Where else? Prayers for those.
Oh, Michigan.
Right.
I thought Michigan had a bunch of tornadoes.
It was that whole
I know.
west area.
I know they had that flood in Maryland at the school.
Oh,
And they had to save kids and shit
I didn't even see that.
out of the school and teachers and shit, yeah. Just flood waters.
Like outside or the school flooded?
The school, I mean, it's because of natural disaster
Oh, okay.
and the school flooded. Yeah.
Why y'all make them go to school? Y'all keep kids out of school for anything. Y'all let them go while it's flooding?
Hey, gotta get that education.
Yeah.
But we don't know what they keep them in school for or not anymore, because it's like it'd be like a butterfly day. You're out of school.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're out of school
we've had Harper for random reasons. Like it's a roof Friday. What the hell is a roof Friday?
They're fixing the roof.
Yeah.
It's better than Roofie Friday, I guess.
I mean,
That's Roof Friday. That's what you came up with.
that's my point.
Okay.
Yeah, with the weird off days they get their mess with, make them go to school year round. they have so many fucking days off. They won't even know the difference.
So teachers need a break from raising kids. Some people's kids.
Damn.
Okay, well, I've advocated for teachers.
That's
So,
what
like,
school
they're
year
really
round.
nice.
Pay the teachers. Well, they ain't they trying to get rid of school, so.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. I actually, Chit Chat wise, was talking, and Harper's current teacher, she is going to retire after this year. She basically said she was going to keep going, and she's been teaching for 20 something years, or 20 or 16, whatever.
That's
Damn near 20.
Talk long enough to get that vested.
Well, she said that they have now, at least here, I don't know how other states or cities are, like they come in and they would give you bonuses for good grades or good conduct and stuff. They took those away and they just randomly put people from the state in your classroom, like just nitpicking, just nitpicking. And it doesn't matter how high your scores are, aptitude-wise, how you rate, they just nitpick on everything.
Yeah.
It's just making it really hard. And a lot of like good teachers are just tired of it. People that don't have any type of background in education or any type of dealing with children, just
that's
just basically coming in just trying to make issues that aren't issues.
Yeah, that's HISD. Because last year, the year before last, the state took over Houston Independent School District. It's been a farce ever since.
Yes.
Way more of a farce. It was already kind of.
Yeah, some of them.
But
Some of them, but
I hate to see that dude's face. And when I come home and my mom watching the news, they always got that superintendent on TV because he done fucked up something.
I don't even know who this is.
He a Cajun looking guy.
Does he have a Creole accent?
No, you don't.
Wow, then he's definitely extra sauce.
I mean, his face is just, like, what's this dude doing?
Okay, I'm sure you could go. I would like to see his face. Yeah. So, anyhow.
Well, on that note, I wish, not wish, it's bad terminology to say on this discussion, but man, if
He's
that
Asian.
I don't think
That man is, he's Asian, something, definitely.
He probably got Asian in him.
I mean, that's what screams to me first. Yeah. I mean, anybody can be any nationality, but that's, yeah.
His name is Mike Miles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So is my nail tech. Like what? I'm just saying. That don't even sound like a real name.
Well, whenever I see him,
Like the other lady you said the other day, and I was like, that's not her real name. The lady who called the black autistic boy, what was her name? Keisha or something. I was like, that's not her name. Something Hendrix or something.
whenever I see him, I'm like, he's full of shit.
You know.
He's a hustler, baby.
What were you saying, comics?
do they still have the square pizzas?
We already talked about that. Who knows?
That's
Ask
Harper.
Harper.
Rectangle.
Elementary school. She had to be a
Rectangle.
She is in elementary school.
Is she technically?
What the hell is first grade? Oh my god. You need to go back.
I do. Anyways, man, if they were to videotape this P. Diddy trial, they would get so many views.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
there was something about it being a federal case where they couldn't do it or something like that. But I'm like, this would be the next biggest TV watching, just people listening to the stuff coming out. We're crazy.
I'm glad they're not, because there's a lot of like horrible things. But yeah, that sorry, I'm team women in general, but he's so gross. I've always thought he was gross, and just the more I hear, the more I'm like, yeah, I knew he was that kind of person.
But the thing is he going to get prosecuted? It's like there's so many people on a 50-50.
He's only 84, is that?
Yeah,
I know, but I mean,
trial.
just speculation. I'm saying, like,
well, he's already being prosecuted.
well, I meant,
is he going to get time?
get time, you know.
Okay, well, yeah, we don't know that yet. I think what a lot of people seem to forget, since we're just chit-chatting, is, they're not prosecuting him for being freaky.
No.
This is just a character, basically, portion. And just showing what type of character he is. They have way more than that. They're not relying on his ex-girlfriend, who he groomed since she was 20. But it's just a character thing and trying to get her out of the way because she's literally about to pop a baby out. That's just the start. And if you listen to a few things, it's they're inching things in there where it's like, so he paid for this, for who to fly there. I think everybody is just harping on that. Well, it's a domestic violence case. That's all it is. That's not what they're not doing this for no reason. So
Yeah, but they dropping the ball. She dropping the ball too, so they need to hurry up and get off the stand.
she's already off the stand.
Yeah.
They've already moved on.
Yeah, after today.
But I don't feel like they're dropping.
No, she dropped the ball. They caught her in lies and shit already. So
I don't feel like she dropped the ball.
I haven't heard
good.
anything today.
Yeah. I'm always innocent until proven guilty, and two sides to every story.
Yeah,
I just ain't got no comment on
I
it.
agree with that.
Yeah.
But here's
But I also just
He should be. I know you got a tape of him beating her ass in the hallway. I know he did that. He need to be punished for that. Today.
yeah, that's one part of
Because-
what I heard.
She had to get immunity. What you getting immunity for?
But that's what I was gonna say. It's like crazy to me because it's like almost like the Einstein things. Like there was nobody that just was like, I didn't help or I didn't know what was going on. Nobody
Why are you
else.
looking at me? You're supposed to be.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm saying I'm looking at both of you. I'm sorry. I was saying that there's nobody else involved in that.
It
much
was. He had that
chaos,
lady.
that much stuff.
He had that tall, short-haired lady.
Yeah, but she's not getting prosecuted. That's
She
one
locked up.
Well,
His right-hand lady, the tall.
You must have missed that trail.
Yeah.
yeah, I missed that.
Yes,
one.
yes,
She's in the
No, you're
business. Yeah.
Yeah, she used to groom all the girls.
Yeah, and I'm also tired. Like we're talking about one thing. I don't want to compare it to anything else because yeah.
Oh, you're talking
I'm
about
also innocent.
Weinstein's girls locked up. Yeah,
That's
the
what
one
you
that
just
groomed.
said.
Yeah,
That's who
the one
that
groomed.
That was
yeah,
his
yeah,
assistant
Yeah.
Okay.
in doing those
Yeah,
nasty
yeah,
things.
okay.
And
what-
you don't know what's going to come after this trial. And I'm also a very two sides to every story, but I also know what it's like to be abused mentally and physically. And I know women. I literally 95% of the women I know have been abused in some way, shape, or form, and that was a long-term abuse. And I fear for any child to meet a man like that. So, freaky deaky or not, yeah. So we'll see. Keep it going, whatever. But this whole back and forth. It's like I posted it today. It's like if Aaliyah was alive today and she spoke up, you'd be calling her trash and blah blah blah. So that's why women pick the bear every time. And most men pick the bear too when asked about their children. So.
Well, that was another thing. Yeah, having his kids there.
Yeah, I thought I saw that last week. That's just stupid. I don't even know why they're letting kids in there besides the one that was in her belly. I wouldn't let.
How old is his daughters?
Not of age.
Not
No.
of age.
Yeah. Lord have mercy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Even my dad's into this trial. He's like sending my mom stuff, and I'm like, Dad of all people, he doesn't give a shit about celebrities at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a story. It's a thing. Anywho, how was Louisiana?
They 18. Oh, but yeah, it's 20.
Oh, they must have just turned 18 then.
But it was alright hot. Not as hot here, humid. It was humid as fuck. Well, I was right on the Mississippi, river, but yeah.
Were the mosquitoes bad?
Mm-hmm.
What?
No.
Oh. Sounds like they were bad.
No, they weren't bad.
I think your American spirits are. He's allergic to them.
My what?
Cognac's American spirits.
Oh.
That's when your voice changes. So,
Okay.
just gotta pick a new brand.
Yeah, but so we ain't talking about Diddy no more.
We can keep talking about Diddy all you want.
Diddy was a wild boy. They was doing some wild things, man.
He was bad boy. He thought he told you he won't stop. He thought he told you that he won't stop.
He blew up Kid Cudi's car.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not the domestic violence.
Yeah, I mean, there's things he can get convicted for.
Yeah.
I mean, but even they got to prove that he blew it up just because.
But I'm sure that they asked for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, still got to have proof that he did it.
Well, we'll see. Shout out to Cassie's husband, though.
And her brother.
Yeah. Because, to have to listen, I'm sure they knew it.
Yeah. Shout out to that 20 mil.
Yeah.
20 mil and still telling on this thing.
Okay, that part really pisses me off. I would like to see anybody in here. I don't care if you gave me $500 million. If I get a federal subpoena, my ass is going to be there. Like, what are you supposed to? No, I'm okay. Like, it's a federal subpoena. You won't even have $20 million if you try to evade that. Like, they'll take your money and arrest your ass.
Yeah.
The fuck I'm gonna do? My pregnant ass is supposed to go, nope, I'm okay.
I forgot I was on drugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That's what
awful.
they had to do anyway.
That's fucking
I was
awful.
high. I
That's
remember.
fucking awful. Wow.
You know how many drugs are that little
Yeah.
fucking pool?
Wow.
I mean, apparently she didn't forget, so she's already testified.
Was she already talking?
Exactly.
So when his lawyers grilled her, she don't remember shit.
That's not true.
That is true. They had to. Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about it.
Well, you brought it up,
Yeah.
but I watched the first. She couldn't remember shit when the prosecution was asking her too. She's like, I don't know. I can't count. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's still years ago. She's got a whole other life. She's fucking literally about to pop out a kid. I mean, come on.
That's why she shouldn't be on this thing.
Well, they subpoenaed her and they made her. So.
Yeah. What they call it, pregnant mind or pregnant brain?
They call it pregnant brain.
Pregnant brain,
And
yeah.
there's the hormones.
Yeah.
Mine right now are off the chain, just having this conversation. I can only imagine. Anyhow. Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Chit Chat. If we found $28 million together, what are you guys doing with your $50?
My $50, I'm going to file a loss of fine. I'm going to file a loss of fine for $28 million, $27 million, $900,050.
I'm already gone.
Well, $27 million, $900,000, $800, so whatever. That minus that 100 because he gave him 100. So
Okay.
I'm going to file a missing. I think she got it.
Who's she? I'm already on a jet. I'm on Air Force One. Out this bitch.
I'm buying a good bullet.
Wow, that sounds premeditated.
Huh?
For what?
I'm just buying a good bullet.
Because you're sad you didn't
Yes.
find $900.
See, you say that, the bullet might go in my head.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah. Well, I was just curious what you guys would do. I got y'all though when I get out of town. I don't want to get federal subpoena. You got stuck out.
$50.
What am I gonna do with my 50?
Yeah. Y'all
Have a
50.
2-person appetizer party.
Chili's. Speaking of Epstein, though, did anybody see our president's tweet today?
Mm-mm.
He said
I've never seen his tweets.
Well, me either, but I don't. I'm not on the Twits or the X's or the whatever. So he says, has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she's no longer hot? It's our fucking president, you guys. This girl just had world tour records. She's probably richer than he is. And I'm not even, y'all know how I feel. Taylor Swift's on pause. She took down a good man. But, like, this is what happens when you elect someone who was frequently on Epstein's plane and refers to him as his friend and brags about sexual assault. Like, that's what you're talking about in the middle of this, in this economy. That's my favorite phrase now. In this economy, like, just because it's funny. But yeah, our president had time to talk about Taylor Swift not being hot today.
Did you hear about them finding a body like a few miles from her house or something?
Yeah, she has several houses.
Yeah,
but,
it was in what?
Yeah. It's probably
I don't know
Epstein's
what it
body.
was.
It's probably Plankton. I don't know. I think, yeah, in Rhode Island or something.
Rhode Island,
Yeah.
that's where it was.
Yeah.
Like 10 feet from her property.
Maybe it's Kanye.
She not hot though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They sure it was her house?
Yeah, it's definitely her house.
Yeah. So,
If you can teach a class, what would it be on?
English.
Common sense. Sorry, that light still has a good face.
Common sense.
No.
English.
Yes.
Dandelion.
I would teach a class on street politics.
Street politics?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Street politics. That's basic common sense.
Okay. I get first period for common sense, and then you can get second period and then you can do the dandelions right before PE so they can run faster.
So when Johnny the Dope Queen come up to you, and he got a necklace and ain't no hooks on it,
Oh my God.
and he's shaking, and he say, "Give me $100 for this chain."
Then he can have pickle juice
How,
right there.
how many dollars do you need
Please
to? How many dollars do you need to give him? One.
One. I got a one for you.
That one gets extra credit in the common sense course. That's funny.
I got a one for you. You don't got more than that? No. You got more than that. Nope. Sure don't. Speaking of reading everything, Harper read this guy's sign outside. She was trying to read his sign.
It was a homeless man. You
Well,
need a preface.
I don't know, just
You don't know.
he might have a home. We don't know. But he
But
said,
he don't know that what you're talking about.
Well,
He don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, bro.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but still, you know, this was. Anyways,
Okay.
so she asked.
Sometimes
Being
you talk
homeless,
sometimes you talk in
Yeah,
circles
you just
and
get
don't
to
nobody
it. Get to
know.
the point. And being homeless isn't like you're not a pariah. People go through hard times. Go ahead.
Anyway, so speaking of reading signs, she was like, "Uncle, what does the sign say?" And I go, and I'm pretty good at reading signs, but he was far away. You know, he said I could tell the bold letters, not the middle at first, and then the bottom. It said, "He has risen." And I noticed, you know, just in my mind, I said, "Oh, I think," he said, "anything helps." I didn't tell her that part because if I told her that part, anything will help. She'd have accosted me on, you know, giving him whatever, the car. She'd have probably told him, just give him your card. Give him your card. Basically. So that's the heart she has.
Yeah, she is. Okay, so have you guys heard about this woman in Georgia that's dead that they're keeping alive because she's got a baby in her tummy?
That's like that. That was an old story before.
Yeah,
too.
well, yeah, and also Handmaid's Tale. Yeah.
No, there was a story way back.
Well,
I remember.
this is a current situation.
Yeah, okay.
She died 3 months ago, but she was 9 weeks pregnant, and her family really wants them to pull her off life support, and they're basically using her body as an incubator for a baby. She's in Georgia, black woman too. I don't even know why. I guess they just need somebody else for a cotton field at some point. But because of their abortion rule, she's just sitting there, like, dead, on ventilators and stuff. Look it up. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy and sad.
Is her family accepting of this?
No, her family is begging them to give her some dignity. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because if I recall the story, I remember.
Okay, well, what I'm
when
talking
I
about
was
right
a
now.
teenager.
I don't care about your teenage story. I'm talking about right now.
No, I'm saying they asked to
Yeah.
save the
Yes.
child. Or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
But this isn't that. I know. I was also a teenager at the same time.
19 weeks. Yeah.
No, 9 weeks.
9 weeks. I mean.
Yeah, but they have a 9-week abortion
Yeah.
ban.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about it, but yeah.
I know. Okay. Well, that's why I brought it up. Had you heard? No. So you should look it up. It's pretty fucking sad and awful.
What happened to her?
Does it matter?
No, I'm asking like.
When you look it up, you'll read it.
All right.
That's very important. That's why I just said it, because I knew you guys probably hadn't heard it.
I heard it on the news, but I didn't dig deep.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned it.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you gave 18 years old, 18, start over, 18 years old, with everything that you know today, what would you do different?
I know, we don't talk that long in this episode to answer that question. Yeah. Maybe we need an episode of that. Like, where we all talk about the things we do different since we were 18. Because a whole lot of shit.
No,
Not really. I probably would have went to the military. I was entertaining the Marines. I probably would have went instead of not going. Knowing what I know today, I probably would have went.
I would probably have to go back to 16 just because I graduated. I just think most people think 18 when you graduate, so yeah.
That's right, be one of them.
What?
Nerds.
Okay. I love being called a nerd. I am. Thank you. That never bothered me.
No.
I'm a nerd, not a dork. So, yeah, a whole lot of things.
Yeah, I probably would have simplified. Yeah, how they say
Oh,
it.
God.
Hoorah. Yeah. I used to go do the pulley functions and shit. But yeah, I probably went to the military.
You?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I'd have just stuck with cooking. because I'm kind of flamboyant when it comes to food and stuff like that. I don't know if that's the right word for it.
I don't think you want to use it like that way.
That's what I said. But I meant like if I would have like stuck with it, like, I have
Unique.
random
You're unique.
ideas of how to make food, and usually I'm pretty good at doing it like without looking at a cookbook.
I think you would have been a phenomenal chef.
Yeah. And it's weirdly enough, that's what I was good with, even with these hands, so I was stuck with it.
Oh, you just thought career-wise. I was like, man, I would have dressed different. I could. Like
you said, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I would have. Well, dress-wise, I would have worn a chef's apron. Master chef apron.
Gordon Cognac Ramsay over
Yes.
here. Did you guys? Okay, I know you probably didn't, but did you watch that Forever show, like
Yes.
on Netflix? Oh my God, that's you bringing that up when you were 18. Would you do something different? That's what. It was so good. I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, that's a good
It
show.
was so cute. It just reminded me of like myself and my thoughts, like at that age and even still today. Like it was really cute.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Come to age. Not really come to age, but I love those type of stories.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's about.
I need to watch the last episode again.
And if nobody's watched it, it's basically about these kids that grew up together, and then they find themselves, they don't stay together, they go to different schools and stuff, but they find themselves,
Basically, it's a book by Judy Blume.
and wind up falling in love, and it's just like their like love story, and like, but oh my God, it was so good. Like the music was good. I would like pause it and like be like, what song is that? It was really good. And that girl who plays her, and that's where when we were making up stories downstairs, I said Keisha. That was her name, Keisha. She's drop dead gorgeous. Can I just say she's like 26 years old in real life?
For real?
Yeah, she plays a teenager in there. So when I think somebody's like gorgeous, I just always look at like, how old are they? She's 26 years old. Drop dead gorgeous.
She played a teenager in Power.
Yeah.
Raising Cane.
Yeah, and she's a really good actress. I just really liked her. I dug her vibe. She gave me strong black woman energy at a young age.
Then she was 26.
Yeah.
I thought she was a child.
Yeah, the guy in there, his name is Justin. He's older too. They're all not teenage. Well, at least those two weren't that I looked up. I was just curious. I'm always curious. Yeah. Anyway, check it out. If you like good music and want to learn a little about black stories growing up, teenagers and stuff or whatever. I dug it. I'll watch it again. And they just got signed for a season 2. Thank God.
They did?
Yes. Thank God, because I was ready to, in the midst of boycotting everything else, boycott that, but I didn't like that ending. So. Anybody else watching?
No, I was gonna iterate that. What's that song about? When I was 8, that song. When I was 16, that played everywhere.
Damn, you can't even catch a beat.
You know that song? Huh?
I can't.
Once I was 8, my mom told me.
I know what you're talking about, but because you're so off with the lyrics and the beat that I can't.
I know.
You know I'm really good with music.
Yeah, I know
but,
that. So
I'll think of it later, and then we can reconvene next episode and talk about it.
okay.
What's something you used to strongly believe that you now think you were fundamentally misguided about? So what's something that you used
That we were all equal, and everybody thought that. Yeah, I honestly, if one thing I can say about my childhood, like I was bullied about stuff, but I never dealt with like overt racism.
Yeah.
I got the "you're so pretty for a black girl," but I was too young to understand that's racist as fuck. And I got, like I always talk about, oh, your butt's so big, that's just genetics. But yeah, I thought I generally had pretty decent people around me, and I've been around everywhere, south, west. I never thought I knew, but I just thought we were not that
Yeah.
anymore. So, and now I see that's just not fucking true, and it's sad and heartbreaking. I feel bad for the little kids that don't get to live in that la la land I was in. But yeah.
I used to think that, I used to believe that everybody deserved to be trusted to a certain level. Yeah. I would put trust in, a level of trusting down to everybody. Till I learned better. But I don't think I was fundamentally misguided. I just think that it was an area that somebody should have maybe stepped in and gave me guidance and counsel on, you know what I'm saying, like a parental advice on whatever, and that just didn't happen. But yeah. I used to be friends some of the
You're all friendly ass?
I was a friendly guy. I was be seeking friendship. Yeah.
What about you, Connor?
I can't even start, but the betrayal I've been through on so many.
It's not betrayal. It says, when you were a kid, you were fundamentally, how did you know?
What you believe in that you don't believe in it no more.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, like stuttering. Get to it.
I'm not trying to. I try to believe in everything, the world, and how I saw it for a long time. And recently, in the last, let's say, I shouldn't say recently, but I get, the shot, I shouldn't say it like this either, because the sad part is you get beat down, and like lately I'm like, when it pours, it rains. Right now, that's
when it rains, it pours.
Or when it rains, it pours, whatever. When it pours, it rains, and then it pours again.
He's in Chicago right now, y'all.
So, I mean, like lately, that's been...
Okay, so what, one thing that you thought was...
Yeah, what's something that you used to strongly believe?
Something. I'm sure you have a plethora. I have a plethora. And I said I thought equality. He said he thought trusting everyone. One thing.
It was trust, I guess, is the main thing. Trust of a person being by their word and being what you thought was a better person and a good person, and just getting...
So you thought being a good person, people would keep their promises to you?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Being a man of my word.
Okay.
That they would do the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I guess.
No. I know that was for all three of us. Yeah. Everything, because you can't trust anybody. We're not equal, and people do not keep their fucking words. Yeah. So, Oh.
Also, others.
These poor kids.
Them trust them bitches. They will set you
I
up.
don't know this song, but I was just going with it. I've never heard that song before.
Always snakes in the grass, whispering about your life that they don't know about, what you're doing and what's going on. They don't know your true value or meaning to certain things.
You know why I don't care about snakes? Because they're not relevant.
Yeah.
The cheetah
They should
runs faster than
the
the lion.
snake. Than the snake.
Dandelion,
Yeah.
and they both ate the snakes. So who cares? I don't worry about snakes. When you're a lion or a cheetah or the snakes are what they are. They eat rodents. They use rodents and eat them. So who cares what snakes and rodents are doing?
The hyena does.
Yeah.
The hyena and the what's those? The buzzards.
Vultures?
Oh, vultures.
Yeah.
They're the same thing, right?
There's so many words for people that just eat off people's work.
Scavengers.
Vultures,
The
scavengers, sharks,
Maggots,
maggots,
flies.
flies. Yeah.
Yeah, they care what the snake do.
Yeah.
If the snake bites something, it's gonna die and they gonna eat it.
I feel
Not the honey badger. The honey badger don't give a
Don't
fuck.
give a fuck.
Honey badgers don't care.
Well, a lion don't care. We just said a lion or whoever don't care
About those
snakes.
little
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think people just need to remember who the fuck they are and stand on that business at our ripe old age. That's that.
yeah.
Stop being scared. Stop, whatever.
Yeah.
Something I was gonna ask you guys, and I forgot. Maybe I'll think of it later. How was my dinner? Anybody cared? Nobody told me it was good. Out loud.
Absolutely.
Out
delicious.
loud. Was it okay?
What I do? To you? I said it was really good. I said it was really
Tequila,
good,
you don't
Dave.
like it?
Thank you.
Tequila.
It was good.
Oh, okay. That sounded forced.
It wasn't. I just waited for him to quit singing.
Oh.
I ain't gonna stick
Anyways.
I even hot to it on it.
Yeah. Okay, he's flamboyant and hot to us. That's literally, you need to get your adjectives together. I think you need to do like a word a day.
A word a day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get that dictionary app and you got a word a day. The word of the day, every day.
Or a thesaurus.
It's a thesaurus in there.
Hmm?
The dictionary app.
I know. So,
Yeah.
Do both.
Yeah.
so supposed to
Do both.
double feed my knowledge.
And an encyclopedia. Get 3 words a day.
It's all in one app. Well, I mean,
Oh, an app. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like selling books? Well, we got a selling book over there. So.
Well, they're burning selling books. So, speaking of, I was waiting. I forgot about this. The world's or America's biggest plantation that's still standing burned down today. And I love it. I fucking love it. Yeah, it's I don't know if it's in Georgia or where it was. But yeah, it burned down. A fire started in there and it just burned down. And it's just given sinners energy. It's giving our ancestors said, well, fuck that place.
Polo shirts about to go up.
Yeah. What?
I said polo shirts. I guess they're about to go
What
up
does that mean?
because they made of cotton or whatever. Polo shirts. I'm saying, aren't they made?
Did I see a cotton field burn down or a
That's
house?
what I thought. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I thought you said a field. That's what I thought you said.
the boy said cotton and go up. Polo shirt's gonna go up because of cotton.
That's what I thought you said.
This is the biggest polo shirt wearer ever.
Me? Oh,
You're talking about a
Those are
brand?
yeah.
First of all, I bought that. That's got cotton in it. So
There's one?
yeah.
What is that?
Oh my god!
But
you
I
must
did
not
see-
know how textiles
But
work.
I did see that big. It looked like the X-Men mansion type.
It looked like the
And
White House, actually.
Whatever, yeah.
You know who? You know, we all built all of them. You know,
Yeah.
my ancestors built
Yeah.
that one and the White House. So yeah, they kind of do look similar. But it was pretty funny. You know, I don't care. I don't think anybody got hurt. So, I mean, people got hurt previously. So.
Yeah, I saw that. Who did it belong to?
Somebody white, I'm sure.
Oh, see,
I don't
I
know.
just saw.
I don't know. You know, like
I just saw it burning.
Here's why I think it's
or
funny,
whatever. And I was like,
because-
is that the X-Men mansion?
you know, even like the Holocaust, you know, there's ledgers of people that died, you know, and we have a number, right? Like 86 million Jews lost their lives or whatever. There's a number, right? My ancestors don't have a number. Like, there's no number because we don't know how many of us jumped off the boat just to not be a slave and jumped in the water. There's no records. They didn't take records unless they were trying to sell you. We don't know how many were lynched on these plantations or drugged or castrated or mutilated. So I just don't give a fuck about a plantation where we have no idea how many people were killed there. White people too included, if you didn't fall in line, so maybe you guys shouldn't like them either, the poor ones.
I had a friend
I don't know.
who used to argue about this show.
I
Not argue.
I don't even know why
Talk
it's an
about it.
argument.
No, I meant talk about
Well,
it.
well, words are important. See,
But
this
no,
is
you
why-
said what
you
you said about the Jewish number things and all that stuff. You brought that up. So I had a long time friend growing
I
up.
brought it up as if you
I know.
know Jewish history. I'm also a Jew. Yeah.
No, I understand, but I'm saying we used to like talk about that shit
Yeah.
a lot.
Okay.
So
That's cool for that back then. Back in the day, oh my god.
well, back in the day,
I know,
you're talking about back in the day. I mean,
No, I was talking about today of what happened. And I
Oh,
said
yeah.
why I'm laughing and I don't give a fuck. Why I think it's funny.
yeah, I just saw this house burning.
But I don't care about what you
Random
and your
shit on
homeboy
the-
talked about back in the day. I talked about slavery and everything else back in the day too. With
Yeah.
my home girl and my family and everybody else.
No.
I brought up the lady that was being incubated right now, and you were like, "Oh, I heard this story back in the day." Oh yeah, this is current.
No,
We're currently chit chatting.
okay, my bad. My bad.
No,
I didn't know you couldn't talk about history. Okay.
Are you arguing, debating, or talking?
No, I'm saying because you're bringing up history.
I'm
Also,
I'm saying
and
why I'm
I-
laughing. So when people listen to this and are like, "She's laughing at somebody's home burning down or the building burning down. It's terrible." Let me tell you why I'm laughing. That's
Yeah.
why.
Okay.
Why I'm laughing.
Okay.
Okay. Anyhow, can we get to our next segment?
Then we're gonna get into our third segment of the evening where we tell you 3,000 things about us using this magnificent book titled 3,000 Questions About Me. Me being Tequila, him being Cognac, she being the girl. This evening it's on me. I'm gonna randomly select a question and ask it. 20.
That's right, for like 21.
What is your most treasured possession?
I thought we had
We
that.
did do that. Mine's
Yeah, we had
marked.
that one.
Mine's marked. You want to answer it again, or am I gonna go? Still my retainer.
What's your current state of mind?
Sleepy and black. That's how I feel. What's my current state of mind?
My current state of mind is nigga. That's what I am right now.
Okay.
Thinking.
Thinking. Okay. Where's some my thinking? Yeah. I'm tired. I think I'm just. What a week. What a week. Yeah. Current state of mind is fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. Whatever. Operate on facts and keep it moving. That goes for everybody. We good? Are you good with thinking?
Yeah.
You good with?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is.
All right. I feel like I'm missing something.
Does he want to be home?
If he did, I would have called. You do this every time.
No, he asked last week. That's fine. I don't care.
Good night, everyone. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week. And don't forget, the button's important. I'm really going to harp on the button thing because it's such an important part of that movie centers. But please like and subscribe.
Yeah, please like
and follow us and all of those things and tell your friends. And we'll be back with the next episode 223. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Lady, you ain't got no lawn. You are such.
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.